All right, welcome to the step-by-step guide of how to resole your shoes with no heavy machinery, hand tools only, so you can do it at home. We are going to show you a traditional cobbling technique so you can resole any shoe and give it that new look. Sneakers and most shoes aren't designed to be repaired, which does make our life a bit harder if we're looking to resole them. But with these techniques, you'll be able to do it at home without the heavy machinery typically used by professional cobblers. This is a process and a technique that has been used for decades, maybe hundreds of years, as resoling shoes used to be normal. Everyone used to wear in their shoes, go get them repaired, and keep that upper going for as long as they can. But whether you're just doing this to repair your shoe or because you want to give it a new look, well, we think anything that's resoling, repairing, and making our shoes last longer is a good thing. So let's get into it. When it comes to removing outsoles from shoes, unfortunately, each shoe is different, depending on the cup sole, depending on the process involved in applying the outsole to the upper. Each shoe comes with their own challenge. And there are also many techniques. You might have seen one technique that uses acetone to melt away the glue and remove it. Some people have used heat with steam to get the sole off. But traditionally, if you're repairing shoes, if you're cobbling, you want to keep the upper intact and you don't want to damage it. So that means no chemicals involved. You're just going to do it the old-fashioned way, which is a bit of heat and then peeling the outsole and midsole back inch by inch. So the heat is used to just sort of melt away the glue and it will make the rubber more malleable and easier to peel back. As you can see, we're taking it step by step. And even though we're using a lot of force here, we're making sure that we don't pull the upper away from the midsole board. Depending on how your shoe is lasted, you might have to be very, very careful, because if you do that, you're gonna have to relast your shoe and it's just gonna add time into the process. So we're gonna get our cup sole off here in one piece, and then we had problems with the EVA. It wasn't separating from the shoe cleanly, but the good thing about the soft white EVA is we can now just cut that off or sand off and just peel it back. So we're going to use a combination of a few tools. We have our heat gun, we have our bone folder tool, which is that white tool there to the top of the shoe. And then we also use some carpenter pliers to just peel back pieces of the shoe inch by inch. When it comes to removing outsoles, because each shoe is different depending on the cup sole and the material and the type of bonding process, it means that this whole process is more of an art rather than a science. So it does require some experience, and intuition to learn what works best. But if you want to make your life a bit easier, you can use a lasting pin, which will help keep the shoe steady and allow you to use both of your hands to remove the sole. But right now we're trying to show you this process with as few tools and expenses as possible so you can do it at home. So there you go, cut off all the EVA and then you'll be ready for the next stage, which is applying a sidewall so we hide all these marks around the side of the shoe.